All right, gang, who's looking for the perfect player? We got it right here for you. Perfect little player right here with some killer wood on it. This is curly Purple Heart. You're not going to see very much of that type of wood. The beauty ring at the bottom right there is made out of Birdseye Maple. But curly Purple Heart, I'll see if I can kind of zoom in here for you a little bit. Check that out. Gorgeous. And this also has a wine-colored Spanish bull wrap on it. And it was made, in case you didn't notice the logo yet, right here, here it is, made by the world-famous Hall of Fame Master Cue Maker himself, Mr. Paul Drexler, A.K.A. PFD Studios. The man, the myth, and the legend, making these awesome pool cues out of the great state of Connecticut. It is very rare that you will see just about any type of PFD Studios cue for under the $2,000 mark. Paul has won just about every award that you can win in cue making, and then some, and then some, and then some. So like all of the great cue makers, he doesn't have time to work on what we call the player quality cues. Now, what I really like about Paul's cues, and Paul is a personal friend of ours, he's been a mentor to many of the cue makers. Needless to say, Paul is a wealth of knowledge. He's been around for a long time, highly intelligent man. But what I like about his cues the best, not only is the quality, the craftsmanship, the fit, the finish, all the important stuff, excellent all the way through. Many people can make something that looks beautiful, but if it doesn't perform on the table, to me it's useless. I like to play with these cues, and I'm sure most of you do as well. Now, there is one aspect to this, of course, when it comes to the collectability. A lot of times people will want to buy a cue and they'll put it in a showcase and they'll stare at it, and that's okay as well. You know, these pool cues can appreciate, and they are very collectible. But for the most part, even if I get a cue that's the most expensive cue out there or the least expensive cue, the most important thing to me, as should be you, is the playability, the performance on the table. And you can talk to many of the top pros, many of the collectors alike, and they will all, as far as I know, attest to the fact that PFD cues perform extremely well on the table. Now, Paul is one of the major supporters of coring cues. So all of them have their different kind of ways that they build cues. He believes in coring. And what's nice about this, you would think that this cue, just by looking at it, you know, with the Purple Heart and the curly Purple Heart and the Spanish Bull, with everything this cue has going for it, you would think that it would be a heavier cue. What's nice about it, this is actually a 14.3 ounce butt because it is cored. You've got a radial pin. So if you like the lighter weight cues, we always say it, you can go up, but you can't come down, right? So you could always add weight to this if you want a heavier butt. But I'll tell you what, this lighter butt weight on this particular cue has a nice solid feel to it. So only 14.3 ounces, and the shafts are nice full 4.3 ounce shafts. Look at that. Nice growth rings in there. Kind of Southwest style ring work, if you will. You've got the curly Purple Heart and the maple. This is a 58-inch cue. So you've got a 29-inch shaft and a 29-inch butt. Let's see if I can give you a little bit of a close-up right there on that curly Purple Heart. Love it, love it, love it. Spanish Bull is actually one of my preferred wraps. The reason for it, you know, compared to elephant or lizard, it just doesn't cost as much, and it has a really nice texture to it. So for those of you that are, you know, kind of new to the world of leather wraps, or maybe you haven't had a chance to kind of dive in and get off of the linen wrap, or maybe you like a wrapless cue, I like the feel and the grip of the Spanish Bull. It really gives you a good grip for your hand. Your hand doesn't slide, and it just looks really cool too. So very nice installation on this wrap. That is a wine-colored Spanish Bull wrap. PFD Studios. We're going to do this cue for only $17.75. Again, Very rare to find a PFD Studios cue under $2,000, even with a basic wood, let alone the exotic curly Purple Heart with this leather wrap. It is just test hits only on one shaft, so you can call it a brand new cue with test hits only. Let's just say new. Brand new would be an exaggeration, and you know that we are full transparency. So it's a new cue that's had a few test drives. How about that? $17.75. You guys know the name, Crossroad Cues. You know the reputation. If you are new to my page or you're new to our YouTube channel, you will find out very easily that we are extremely highly rated, and we love to do good, clean business, and we love to ship lightning fast. So if you buy this cue, we can get it out to you the same day or the next business morning. I can promise you that it's not going to last very long. You can send me an email through the website, crossroadcues.com. My number's on every single post. $17.75 plus shipping, made by the world-famous master himself, a dual Hall of Fame member, Mr. Paul Drexler, PFD Studios, in the house at crossroadcues.com.